Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. What do you know about the Niger situation or Niger situation? Anything over there? What's going on? It seems like it's all calm, all quiet on the Western Front. Well, it's not. According to the Russians, the Americans are considering assassinating the coup leaders. Now, this comes from the Russians. Obviously, you have to be skeptical, like with any information that you receive. Verify, and then you say, yes, that's the way it is. So let me show you this article from Russia Today. It is from September 7th, 2023, and it's titled, US considering assassination of Niger coup leaders, Moscow claims. Washington's spooks are returning to their old methods, Russia's Foreign Intelligence Agency has claimed. What do you mean? The US government is considering whether to assassinate the leaders of new military administration in Niger, new military administration, which seized power in late July. The Russian Foreign Intelligence Services has warned. Well, these guys are as credible as the US intelligence as British intelligence. And you can look, I refer you actually to the invasion of Iraq by these guys based on that intelligence. While the White House is, quote-unquote, not satisfied with events in the former French colony, it does not want to rely on military intervention by Niger's regional neighbors. Does not want. The assessment released by the SVR on Thursday claimed today Washington considers that a wet work and quote solution by a proxy would be preferable to military action by Economic Community of Western African States, ECOWAS, the Russian agency says. ECOWAS has threatened to invade Niger to restore its ousted President Mohamed Bazoum to office, but has yet to act. French President Emmanuel Macron said last week that his nation would support military action by the bloc. Now, these are the peacekeeping forces of the world they want to be. And they like democracy when that works in their interest. See Ukraine. They were okay with that coup. With this one, no. Now, I'm quoting, representatives of American Special Services are directly discussing with partners who could carry out killings, end quote, in Niger, the SVR alleged. The preferred candidates would be people who have received, and I'm quoting, special training from the Pentagon's schools, end quote, and belonging to the transitional leaders' inner circles. What I tell you for so many times, my friends, these leaders that we have, they depend on the surrounding people to protect them. And these people are paid by someone. Sometimes you have mercenaries, sometimes you have people like Zelensky, sometimes you have people like Biden or the US president who is protected or monitored, I think that's a better word, by some secret services. They're so secret that they're over there. But those services. Now, those services receive orders. It's like a military kind of, organization. It's based on hierarchy. You say something, I say, yes, sir. Okay? So if these guys in the secret services, they receive an order, they have to execute the order. So they don't receive orders from the guy in charge. Let's say Biden. He doesn't tell, Secret Service, you do this. But someone else who tells those guys around Biden, you do this, not Biden. Biden can tell them, move over, this, do that, because he technically is in charge. But there are other voices that tell them what to do. And the girls, the people, the guards around these guys, how should I put it? They don't question the order. Like in a military, if they say you have to take a position on this one, you have to apply this for this subject needs to be transferred over there, they do it. They're not going to ask, hey, can you convince me why that is A-okay to take the US president and hide him somewhere for his own safety? He's not going to ask that. He's going to do it. That's what the order goes. So the same with these guys in the military. That's why Trump, when he was in the office, he barked all kind of orders. People that were appointed, some by him. The bureaucracy did not listen. So you're like a boss, you want to do things, you say do this, and they don't do it. You fire them, get another crew, you tell them what to do, and then don't do it. So it works. What do you think? How can you make them? Who is the person here who's going to enforce that? Your brother? Your sister? Your best friend? But how many do you have? 10 of these? And the rest? Bureaucracy. Paid and controlled by other interests. Now, the CIA has a record of attempted assassinations on foreign soil. Congolese leader Patrice Lumumba, if you remember that story, and Cuban leader Fidel Castro were targets of multiple US murder plots. Oh, that's not enough, my friends. You organize some peaceful that turn violent, spontaneous demonstrations. And then you go and get Allende of Chile. Remember the guy? And many other examples. You just toppled the government with your own people. And you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't activate any cells in those countries. You didn't pay anybody. You were just observing like everybody else. All right? Now, President Gerald Ford explicitly banned employees of the U.S. government from participating in political assassination plots in the 1976 executive order. Now, President Jimmy Carter expanded the ban in 1978, adding people, and I'm quoting, acting on behalf of Washington to the order, while President Ronald Reagan removed political from the wording in 1981. So, and I'm quoting, it looks like, let me show you this, it looks like the White House has decided to resort to old and, as they say, time-tested solutions after facing what it perceives as a surprising and unpleasant geopolitical awakening of Africa, end quote. The special services, the Russians' intelligence assessment claimed, good word, claimed, the Russian agencies suggested that the US government would frame any action against Niger's administration as, brace yourselves, and quote, quoting right now, strengthening democracy or bringing democracy, freedom and democracy. You know, we all bring democracy at the end of a barrel of a gun. So, my friends, what do you think? Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Now, is it possible? 100% is possible. Is it probable? I would give them 90% probable. 90%, okay? 10% I would say, well, maybe, but I think they're on it. They're on it. And the French, if the French said they will support a military attack on these guys, remember, this is not their country. This is not the American administration's country or the French weasels in charge of La French Nation country. They're not. They're just over there, you know, visiting. They got kicked out already and they don't want to leave. That's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, my friends, it's like you have an argument with your, I don't know, spouse or whatever. You or your spouse invited someone here and you say, no, that has to go. And they say, no, she invited me here over here. But yeah, now I'm in charge. She was in charge then. Now I'm in charge. This is our house, not your house. It's not up to you to tell me what you can do here. You talk about it from outside. Leave. No. Why? See this? It's bigger than yours. So we're not going to leave. What are you going to do about it? That's how it goes, my friends. Strengthening democracy. Democracy is a thing called the will of the people and the people in Niger. And they, again, that's their business. But it seems like some other people like to get in other people's business. But when other people get in their business, oy vey, no, you can't do that. Only we can do it to you. You can't do it to me because that's how our justice system works. You know, the rule-based world order. That's how they say. This is the rule-based world order. I do what the fuck I want. You do what I want. So we both do whatever I want. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.